Right, next we have Paul Moulton from Isle of Man Television. Good afternoon, Paul. Faster my.
Good afternoon, Chief Minister. It's really for David, I think. Can you clarify exactly what you said there about you've got the Oxford vaccine, but you haven't got the paperwork signed off? If that's the case, could you not previously signed off the paperwork? Did you have to wait until it actually arrived? And this is what's causing people, and it's certainly very much out there, people are worried that this could be done quicker, as we've already heard from other journalists.
Well, Paul, we can't sign off something we haven't got and we haven't seen. The protocols around the use of the vaccine have to come from the manufacturer and come through the UK. They have not been passed to us yet. We do not have the Crown indemnity either in place, which was required, as we discussed, around the Pfizer vaccine before we can do the rollout. As soon as we get those, and we hope they are imminent, then our clinical team will review. As with the last one with the Pfizer vaccine, they were signed off within days of us receiving the paperwork.
So you're going to sign off from the UK, whereas when the UK gets its vaccine, it gets signed off from somebody else. And have the other Crown dependencies done the same thing, or have they also just left it, they've just gone straight for the giving it out?
Well, in Jersey's case, I don't know about this case with Guernsey, but I know in Jersey's case, certainly with Pfizer, they decided to go ahead without the Crown indemnity and the protocols in place. But that was a decision for them. There is definitely a risk around that because can't be certain you're handling it in line with the protocols, and you also obviously are not indemnified for anything that you do. But obviously, as the Chief Minister has just said, they are in a very different situation to us. We take the view that it is very important from a clinical point of view that we ensure everything is correct and everything is appropriate. We are a Crown dependency and government in our own right, which means our clinical teams, when the protocols arrive, need to sign them off, including, for instance, the medical director. That can be done very quickly once we receive it, but obviously we can't sign something off we haven't received.
And your indemnity is against the UK government, is it?
Yeah, so the UK government provides indemnity so that if, in a very unlikely circumstances, anything does go wrong, they will indemnify.
And they're willing to do that at some point?
Yes, yeah. I mean, that was an offer from the UK government. It is in place for the Pfizer vaccine. We are simply waiting for the Crown indemnity around the Oxford to ensure that it is correct and it is legally appropriate.
OK, and the other thing, you said these letters are going out to the over 80s. How many people are we talking about here in that age group that will be getting these letters?
So if you bear with me, Paul, I'll tell you exactly.
Well, roughly will be fine.
Those over 80 years of age and over, I thought it might be an approximate figure, but it looks like it's exact. It's 4,397.
That's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people.
Thank you.
Yeah, but we will get it done very quickly. It's also worth pointing out, Paul, regarding the indemnification, that if it's proven that you haven't followed the rules and regulations, should you have a problem in the future, then you will then be open to not receiving, having the indemnification. It's just like any insurance policy. If you've done something that you shouldn't have done as part of rolling out this vaccination process, it's okay rushing in to be seen to be ahead for a few days, but if halfway through the process you find out you've done something wrong, the vaccine might have to be redone in some cases, which I'm sure will happen in other places. B, you may no longer be indemnified if something goes wrong. So I do believe it's really important we get this right, and in a very short period of time we will have probably overtaken per capita the United Kingdom anyway. So I'm confident that we have got this right. Thanks very much, Paul.